It's a funny thing in life. Are we here just to live and die? Or are we all destined with a purpose before we're even born? That's the question I never even considered until one day I was forced to ask myself, who am I? Who am I? To everybody else, I was just some dirty, homeless man who lived under his bridge. But to me, I was on the most important, I was on the most intense journey of my life. See, I wasn't your everyday street homeless. You may see pushing his shopping cart or sprawled out across the sidewalk. Oh no, I was your riverbed homeless. I lived in an extremely tight-knit homeless community, and we were a breed all our own. We had elaborate camps underneath every single bridge, inside every single storm sewer on that dried up riverbed. We all got around on bicycles because you can't very well live on the most well-known bike path in Southern California without one. See, I got to that riverbed a big, bad, gang-banging street punk. Man, I've been to prison, I've been shot. I knew everything about life. Nobody could tell me anything. I called myself the keeper of the riverbed. See, I was there to protect those poor homeless people. They needed me because when the sun went down and all the cyclists went home, all that were left were us and the coyotes. And if anybody else was there, they didn't belong there. So one night I'm making my rounds on my bike, making sure all the poor little homeless are okay. And my whole world came crashing down on me. Everything I thought I knew about life was shattered in a second. All of a sudden people were watching me. I'm not talking about the homeless, I'm talking about society. Is it just coincidence that every time I happen to look at them, they just happen to be looking at me? Is it still coincidence when it happens 50, 60 times a day? I remember one night I was missing home so much, and I'm walking down the riverbed and I pick up a piece of paper. There was a phone number on it, 708-479. I'm 2,000 miles away from home, and I found a Mokena phone number. I felt good instantly because my mom lived in Mokena. Just another coincidence. See, I wasn't new to picking up paper. I was the crazy homeless guy, always picking up paper, thinking they were messages. But you know what? I felt with everything inside of me that they were messages. Somebody was trying to communicate with me. Another night I ran into my friend Don, and he was pushing his bike because he had a flat tire. And he tells me, man, I found a baby pool tonight. I found an aluminum ladder I was going to recycle, and I found an end table. And I had to leave it all behind because I got a flat tire. The very next day, I'm walking down my riverbed, I pick up a piece of paper. Now it was just somebody's inventory to their storage unit, but on the bottom, it read, storage overflow, baby pool, ladder, end table. I was scared. I didn't know what was going on. I was absolutely terrified because before it was messages, but now this was the point. Somebody was watching me. I went over and over and over in my head about the conversation I had with Don the night before. Nobody was there. Nobody was there. I searched for answers. The same people I thought I was there to protect were now the same people I was begging, I was pleading with for answers. I would call my mom sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning, collect. I'm 28 years old calling mommy, scared out of my mind. Mom, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, everything's so confusing. There's so many coincidences, Mom. They're just watching me. I'm nobody. I'm just homeless. Why haven't they taken me yet, Mom? Mom, I don't know if it's the government playing some sort of weird sick experiment on the homeless people. I don't know if it's some sort of cult. I don't know, Mom. Son, do you want to come home? Mom, you don't get it. They won't let me leave. They won't let me leave. I'm supposed to be here. Nobody had the answers I was looking for. Nobody. For months and months, the letter A was, the only way I could describe it is it was crossing my path. No matter where I went, no matter what I did, the capital letter A was always there. I would be digging in the garbage because I was a treasure hunter, and all of a sudden I'd find a foam letter A. I would be digging in the sand with my digging stick, and out pops a magnet, plastic, letter A. I knew there was a meaning to it because it was the only thing that kept recurring and recurring was the letter A. So one day I'm walking down the street and I see a beer label, but the label was from Anheuser-Busch, and I knew it was for me. And it said, the product of A. A clue. I was the product of A. Whatever A meant, I had no clue. And as fast as the letter A disappeared, here came the horseshoes. Everywhere I went, horseshoes, kids' horseshoe sets, horseshoes on walls, horseshoes on billboards, real horseshoes. No matter where I went, I'd find a horseshoe. I had no clue what it meant. I was searching with everything inside of me. What does this mean? And then one day, I'm riding my bike down the street and past me is a semi-truck. And on that trailer were 5 letters that read Omega. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't breathe. Alpha and Omega? The beginning and the end. If I thought I was afraid then, I was 1,000 times more afraid now because I heard stories. I heard stories growing up. But that was in some far-off land. That was thousands of years ago. This didn't happen in my world. This doesn't happen here. I said I believed. I didn't really believe. Let's be honest with myself. I didn't believe. And even though I was afraid, but I was fed up. I was sick of this happening to me. So one night under my bridge, it was about to go down. And it was about to go down with the only one that never left me. The only one that was always there with me. I said, what do you want from me? Don't you get it? I gave up. I'm just homeless. What do you want from me? And the second those words left my mouth, I knew. The way my voice bounced off that ceiling, bounced off the pillars of that bridge, and came back to me, they might as well have came from a set of speakers. That's how amplified they were, so crisp, so clear, so clean. I was supposed to speak. I didn't just think, well, maybe. I knew I was supposed to speak. I didn't know how. I didn't know when. But I knew 2 things. I knew I was supposed to speak. And I knew nobody would listen to me where I was at. Within a week, I was on a plane back home to clean myself up. To clean myself up because I now had a purpose. I had a purpose, and my purpose was bigger than me. So I encourage everybody here that if you haven't done it yet, find your purpose. Life will give you clues. They're everywhere. Some people call them coincidences. I call them clues. And chase them down. Chase them down like you've never chased anything else down before in your life. And if you hit a wall, get back up. It's okay. I promise you this. If you search for something hard enough, and strong enough, and long enough, you're going to find what you're looking for.